Hello, Arsenal lovers. Welcome everyone to the channel. It's incredible to be here to share with you the love for the club that runs through our AS veins. In this video you can expect a dose of passion, in-depth analysis and, yes, of course, our eternal commitment to red and white. In this video, we'll cover the latest news, tactical analysis, squad updates and more. Stay tuned as there is a lot of excitement in store for this season. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Jurrien Timber looks like a shrewd acquisition for Arsenal, regardless of their tactical plans for him. At just 22, he has made more than 200 appearances for Ajax, leading the Eredivisie in passes last season. He is a solid and versatile defender. However, it was surprising that Arsenal disclosed to the media their intention to use him as a right-back. Timber spent most of his career playing as a central defender. His only experience at right-back last season came in a 4-0 international defeat to France. But this change reflects a growing trend. The Premier League has undergone a rapid tactical transformation. Not long ago, the expectation was that fullbacks would have a very different role. The tendency was for offensively inclined players to dominate the flanks. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher used to joke on Sky Sports about how the figure of the traditional defensive fullback was obsolete. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson were considered the future, with Liverpool building their attacking game around threat on the wings. Now, even the country's famous fullback duo has had to adapt. Alexander-Arnold's move to midfield mirrors Alexander Zinchenko's move at Arsenal. Manchester City have signed a number of players to fill this hybrid role. The man considered the pioneer of inverted fullbacks noticed this change. For the last 10 years, fullbacks have predominantly been physical athletes, Philipp Lahm told Sky Sports. Now, I notice that the emphasis has shifted a bit towards more technical players. However, the influence of a fullback's move to midfield not only affects the abilities of the player taking on that role, but also imposes new challenges on the other fullback in the team. This creates a need for a type of player like Timber. At Liverpool, although Alexander-Arnold's change in position is more obvious, Robertson has had to adopt a more defensive role, a big change for him. He described the situation as a kind of three-man defense, which is different and a little more conservative. The Scotland captain has enough experience and skill to adapt. However, the cyclical nature of these changes means that players like Neville, who could play as a central defender, and Carragher, a central defender who could play at right-back, no longer look so out of place. The fullback who is asked to be part of a three-man defense while the other fullback moves forward into midfield, does not necessarily need to be a crossing specialist or cover long distances in 90 minutes. His main role is to defend the area. Pep Guardiola emphasized the importance of this in Manchester City winning the title. He stated, "The big breakthrough this year was that everyone on defense was a true defender. This is why Nathan Ake was preferred to João Cancelo and why Manuel Akanji was used as a wingback, on both the left and right, in some of Manchester City's most important games last season, including the Champions League final." For years, Pep Guardiola relied on short, very attacking fullbacks who moved into midfield or advanced down the flanks, Neville noted on Sky Sports. However, in recent months, this trend has changed. It's only natural that many of Guardiola's ideas about the game are shared by his former assistant Mikel Arteta. At Arsenal, Ben White, who was a central defender at Brighton, has been used to balance the team, while Zinchenko joins the midfield. Timber's signing appears to confirm Arsenal's intention to adopt this approach in the future. Although he has played a more traditional role in some situations, often overlapping with Bukayo Saka, this change could indicate a clearer transition to a three-man defense. Thank you.